drive, talk about this UFC 254. Let's talk about the main event right now. Khabib and Justin. This is a great fight. And I'm really interested to see what you guys think, how you guys see this fight playing out. I went back last night. It's on YouTube. UFC put it out and watched. I rewatched the Khabib and Dustin fight, and because I just feel Gaethje and Dustin have very similar styles. I think Gaethje's probably more completely well-rounded than Dustin as far as Gaethje can wrestle. Gaethje does have a couple submission wins on his record. But when Gaethje and Dustin fought, Dustin won that fight. Now, not that that matters in this fight, but after watching Khabib and Dustin, I just feel Dustin and Gaethje do have similar styles and want to try to do very similar things. You know, they both want to stand up. They both want to box. And Gaethje has said that. You know, Gaethje has said in the past that, yeah, he can wrestle, but he doesn't like to because he gets tired. So he'd rather stand and bang, and that's something he is really good at, and he has that power. And if he connects on you, you're in trouble. So just looking at the two fighters, though, real quick, Khabib, I think, is 32 years old. Justin's 31 years old. They're both about the same height. Both, I think, have the same reach. I think they're both around 70-inch reach. So very similar in size. But after watching Khabib and Dustin, I feel like it almost plays out the same way, this fight. You watch that Khabib and Dustin fight, and man, he's so relentless. And Dustin was able to get up from a few takedowns. He was able to get actually up. There's a couple times he was able to get back up, create separation, get back in to boxing distance. But it just didn't matter. Anytime, you know, even when he was able to do that, you could just tell he was exhausted. From the minute, 2 minutes, minute and a half of Khabib just being on him and wearing on him. And Khabib kept doing it over and over. And Khabib can punch. You know, it's an unorthodox style of boxing. But Khabib, he can punch. He's not just a ground game guy, man. He's not a Damian Maia. You know, he can hurt you. And you see it in some of his fights, actually. And then he uses it for feints. You'll see a couple times he'll get some punches, connect, and I think with Dustin, I think he connected with Dustin a couple times, and I think, you know, he makes fighters realize, oh, you know, I didn't see that coming. And I noticed with Dustin, after he connected a couple times, he would do these, you know, real quick 2-punch feints just to get you to raise your hands a little bit, just to get those elbows up just a little bit. And once those elbows are up, he's so quick at that takedown. He'll throw a couple feints. He does it in almost every fight. He'll throw a couple punch feints, get you to raise your hands real quick, and he's already coming in for that. And the way he does it too, since he's such an unorthodox boxer, he's not fighting at a boxer's length where the jab is, so he's keeping that distance. No, a lot of his punches are from the sides, and he's going straight up towards you, and he's already right in a distance. When he throws those, he's already right in a distance where that takedown's, he's right there. He just has to drop that head, and it makes that takedown so fast. You don't see him shooting a lot of takedowns from far out, from jab distance. You don't see that. He's already right in there. He's already in the phone booth. And then he throws a couple feints. You pick your elbows up, you're picking your hands up, and then he's already in on you. And once he's already in on you, good luck. Good luck. You're getting taken down. You can get back up. Dustin was able to get back up a few times. But go back and watch that fight that Khabib had with Dustin. And at the end of the second round, Dustin is exhausted. He literally puts his hands on his knees and is just bent over, just exhausted. And it was from those takedowns, just being wore on, and trying to fight to get up. And Khabib is just relentless. And a huge key for Gaethje is got to be, and he has already said it, but it's so true, he knows, it's his footwork. You got to keep moving. You cannot stand right in front of Khabib and keep that boxing distance just right in front. You got to be constantly moving your feet, cutting angles, move your feet, cut angles. It's got to be, you have to be relentless in your own discipline of constantly moving, constantly cutting distance. Because if you stand right in front of Khabib and try to outbox him, he's going to take you down. And he's just going to wear on you and beat on you. And eventually, I think with Dustin's fight, he ended up finishing that fight in the third round. He just wore Dustin out to the point where Dustin was just exhausted. He was so tired, he had nothing left. And that's what Khabib does. He will wear on you until you just have nothing left in the tank. You want to keep fighting. All these guys are fighters. Dustin wants to keep fighting. You want to keep fighting. Your body, you just can't take anymore. You're just exhausted. And that's what Khabib does. So looking at this fight, I mean, if Dustin's able to keep his feet moving, keep moving, cut angles, does he have a chance? Sure. I mean, he's in this position. This guy, I think he has 2 losses on his record. I mean, he's in this position for a reason. But I just feel with Khabib, we've seen this before. We've seen this style of fighter face him. We've seen big punch guys. Conor's a big punch guy. Conor can knock you out. And it didn't matter with Khabib. Khabib actually even put Conor on his butt. So Khabib can punch, and his wrestling's just ridiculous. It's a whole nother level. He might be the best ever. He might be the GOAT. So I don't see this fight playing any different than any of Khabib's other fights. Let me know what you guys think. I think Khabib takes this fight. I'm taking Khabib third round. I think he's just going to end up wearing on him. He's going to get his takedowns. And I think over time he's just going to wear on him. And Gaethje's just going to be exhausted. And I think Khabib takes this fight in the third round. Let me know what you guys think. All right. I'll talk to you soon.